Can Codx recover all the way upwards of the dollar to $1.50 levels once again, or is this a ticker which is glory days are behind it? You should be cutting your losses and walking away from. What's up, friends? Today we're discussing Codx under three different lenses: the why, the what, the where. The why we're going to be doing a calibrate breakdown. The what we're going to be doing some stock analysis. The where I'm going to be telling you guys where to get in and where to get out. So without further ado, hit the thumbs up button and now let's get to work. So when it comes to Codx, guys, this is a ticker which made an absolutely fantastic rally yesterday from the 40-cent levels all the way upwards of $1.55. But why so, right? Why did this happen? Well, the company, as always, right, we want to analyze the why first, because in order to predict the future, we first need to understand the past. And we want to analyze and understand why is this ticker running to begin with, right? In the case of Codx, this is a ticker which was running initially based off of, if you ask me honestly, it was some lukewarm news. It really was some lukewarm news regarding them getting, definitive agreement with Arabian Eagle in the United Kingdom. Apologies, in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia to establish Comero Diagnostics, and so pretty much they got the rights to go ahead and distribute the product in Saudi Arabia. Okay, so pretty lukewarm news in a sense where does it really go ahead, and is it something exciting for us to go ahead and be super excited about? Is it a new FDA approval or something? Not really, but it is still good news. It is still good news, right? But you guys gotta understand that the stock did overextend off of this good news, right? Running from 40 cents to $1.50. I mean, come on, right? Was it a 300% or 200% type of good news? Debatable, right? That ends up becoming debatable, right? Now, the news today that crashed the stock all the way down to the 50-cent levels was a lot worse. What was this news? This was the company coming out and announcing a $7 million offering. A $7 million offering. The company came out and said that they're going to go ahead and sell an extra $7 million worth of shares at the market. Now, what does this do? Well, at the end of the day, my friends, the stock market is simple supply and demand, right? When there's a limited supply, prices go up, and demand comes in, prices go up. When there's a limited amount of demand and the supply is increased, prices go way, way down, right? And that's exactly what we have over here. We have a company that did have demand, but guess what? They've gone ahead and they've added a $7 million extra amount of shares into the broader markets. Now, if you did look at the company's numbers yesterday, they didn't have proper financials. They were negative. They were deep in the red. They were cash flow positive. They had a lot of debt. So this $7 million, dilution was something that we did see coming. Now, we did play Codx multiple times throughout the day, but this was not a ticker that you had to hold. This was not a ticker to hold when it comes to holding up multi-days, and we understood that based off of the small cash position that they had, right? Their financials were in absolute ruins, right? When a company doesn't have money, guys, they really have only two things to look at, right? Either bankruptcy or raising funds, and neither of those are things that you want, right? So can this ticker recover? Unfortunately, guys, with the influx of supply that they've added, it's going to need a real strong catalyst to be able to break above this 80-cent levels. And I don't see that anytime soon. I really don't see that anytime soon. So the highest I see this ticker going right now would be approximately this 80-cent levels. Now, if they come out with new news, it can go ahead and rip to the upside, because we have seen how volatile it truly can be. It did run from freaking, 32 cents all the way upwards of $1.50. But now we're in a different position because we got an influx of more supply, right? So it's going to be harder for the ticker to actually get above those levels. Now, the question becomes this, right? Can you make your money back elsewhere, right? Because I think so many people, they have this idea of, oh, you don't lose until you sell, Sam, but you don't lose until you sell. The reality is that that's not true, okay? Because you're losing the opportunity of going ahead and using that money and growing it elsewhere, right? So you're really paying with opportunity cost. That's really what you're paying with, right? And I think that this is one of those things that people don't really look into, and they just say, oh, well, I'd rather just see red than realize the losses, right? And I think that, at the end of the day, when people are in a position of, losing money, they have one of three outcomes happens to them. They either, fight, flight, or freeze, right? And the people that flight, they're like, okay, I took my loss. Trading is not for me. Trading is a scam. No one's ever made money trading. I'm out of here. The people that freeze are the people that are saying, okay, well, you know what? It's just going to recover. It's going to recover, and eventually it's going to recover. The people that fight are the people that are going, okay, well, you know what? I took this loss. I will learn from my mistake, and I will move on, and I will try to make my money back elsewhere where volatility lies. Okay? And I think that those are the people from my experience that have seen the most success, because not only do they move on to the next trade, they're also able to move on to the next trade a better trader from their previous loss. Okay? Rather than the person that just throws their hand up in the air and go, okay, well, you know what, man? If it goes up, it goes up. If it goes down, it goes down, right? Now, that's just my take. Now, overall, guys, if you guys are tired of losing and you're looking for something a little bit more consistent, do check out our community. Our community right now is on a 50% sale for the next 10 members that join. We give you exact notification alerts to when to get in, when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, what your stop loss should be, and how much money to use in your portfolio for each single trade. This is what our community looks like in case you guys are interested. We give you access to day trade alerts, we give you access to swing alerts, option alerts, lessons, one-on-one access, Q&A, you name it, we got it, right? And our alerts are extremely inclusive. We give you guys the ticker, we give you the entry, we give you the exit, we give you the stop loss if we have one. We also tell you how many shares to buy in a 10K account. So let's say you have a 30K account, you just go ahead and you multiply this number by 3. Let's say you have a 100K account, you go ahead and you multiply this number by 10. Let's say you have a 5K account, you go ahead and you divide this number by 2. Simple and easy because we're giving you the numbers in a 10K account. So give it a shot, guys. You know, previously we used to offer a 7-day free trial. Wilson says, "Hi Sam, thank you for our work on our community. My 7-day trial finished. It was great. I think you can run a membership this week." He brought in 7K before even paying us. Crazy. Now we no longer do a 7-day free trial. Now what we do is a 2 weeks free trial and a 30 days money back guarantee. Capcom says, you know, made a killing on Nokia, 500%. Linda, literally new member, she says, "Thanks for the recommendation to hold SoFi this morning after the drop. Thanks." Bang, 52%. Thanks to you. Another great day. Thanks to Bullpick purchases Assam. Wonderful, man. Look at this. $2,000 on the day. Wonderful, wonderful. This is not yesterday. Mark says, literally new member says, 1100 from ALK alert. I can now pay off a third of my rental wheels for my Range Rover. Beautiful fucking car, man. Sexy. Blue Marlin started with 25K accounts up on 27K. Midget Missile, $68,000. Hilarious fucking name. Look at this. Thanks to Bullpick for helping me recover. Bang. Bullpick's one of the mentors alongside myself. Started at 4K this month, plus 300 for today, and they just started at Sam. 5,700 from 4K. Wonderful, man. Joel Neal, this is a Friday, I believe, if I'm correct. This is October 24th, yeah, Friday. Started a small account to test out some day trade swing for the recent wins. Thank you so much. I'm definitely sticking around. Amazing, man. Amazing. We've been crushing it, guys. Day in, day out, we've been crushing it. Give it a shot once again. Next 10 members that join, 50% discount. Why next 10 members that join, 50% discount? Because also this message, man, I mean, this message, every time I read it, it moves me, and I want to read it again to you guys. It says, a couple of years ago, I was down in the trenches, absolutely beyond fucked. Made every single mistake you can name and wouldn't learn from it. Lost way more than I could afford and was so close to giving up. Decided to give it one last chance and find mentors. Now I'm almost back to the green with the help of Sam and everyone else. Words can't describe it, but Sam, you helped me more than you could know. Thank you so much, and all the other shot callers. The Robinhood account is my own doing. Really don't know what the fuck I was doing. The Momo account I started when joining the server. Truly a lifesaver. So this was his own. And this is him with us. Amazing, man. Amazing. Listen, once again, next 10 members. I know I already said that. I'm not going to say it again. All right? I'm not going to say it again. Why next 10 members 50% discount though, right? People always ask us this because we want to reward the action takers, not the procrastinators, not the guy that's saying, "Oh, I need to ask my wife so my wife can ask her boyfriend if I can join your free trial, Sam." It's free. It's free. Look at the losses you've taken and compare it to the price tag of the monthly subscription and go, hey, the opportunity here is really worth more than all those losses I took. Maybe I'll give this a shot. Maybe. Anyways, thank you for watching. Happy trading.